there! Welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Denise
and Rexy, and we are recording with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
And we're broadcasting from our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always.
Hey, Herd.
What's up, Herd?
I'm so excited.
I, too. I like when we throw episodes together on the fly.
Me too.
Kind of like we did today.
Just like we did today.
Yeah. So for today's episode, we're going to take a little trip.
Yeah, for summertime, right?
Yes.
It's summertime. Everybody's out of school. There's vacations coming up.
Why do we not get summer vacation like children get summer vacation?
Oh, we definitely need summer vacation.
I would love to have a summer vacation.
Same.
That's life.
But we're going to go on a little digital vacation.
Yes.
Where are we going, Denise?
We are going to go to the Lonisa City Zoo. I don't know. You know me.
I want to say Lonisa. Yeah.
Lonisa City Zoo. This is going to be on the planet Valo. Valo.
Okay.
You have not met Valo yet, have you?
Yeah, it's been in Rising Storm. Valo.
Oh yeah, so you are on Rising Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't finished it, but I'm like,
it's like one of my favorite books.
It's almost 200 pages in, and it is so good. Like all I want to do is sit down and read, and I don't have enough time.
Eldar Man in this book, he is like my favorite.
I am starting to get it.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the zoo.
What the heck? I don't have a face.
Yeah, the light's kind of weird.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, our face is kind of like going in and out.
Yep.
What's up, Kevin?
There?
Yeah, Kevin's there.
Hi, Kevin. How's it going?
So I forgot you are on the Rising Storm. So have you got to the zoo yet?
No.
Okay. So there is a zoo on the planet of Valo. Valo. Oh man, I am butchering words tonight.
It's okay.
On Valo.
We'll just do our best and we'll get through it.
I don't know why when I was reading this book, I was so surprised. I'm like, hey, there's a zoo on this planet. Why it caused me to be so surprised, I don't know, because it would make sense that there would be zoos because there's literally everything else in Star Wars.
Yeah, and there's so many amazing creatures. And I don't know, I would think that probably zoos in space do a lot of the same things that like zoos here do as far as species learning and like preservation of the species.
I would the zoo on Valo more to the park.
Oh, okay.
It is the Jurassic Park. And you'll understand why when we're going to talk about four different animals that are like specifically mentioned in this book and at the zoo.
I'm pretty freaking excited about Jurassic Park in space.
Yeah, even Kevin's like, yep. Like, it is 100% Jurassic Park in Star Wars.
Okay.
Pure chaos, and I am living for it.
One more thing while we're talking about this book. The Drengar are terrifying. Like, I met them in the last book, and I knew that they were scary, right? But, like, they are scary. Like, the way they just invade and
they're not to be messed with, and they're, like, just run around. Meat. And I love all of the, like, bad guys in the High Republic. I love... like, meat. I love that they're not Sith, and they're not the government.
Yeah.
And I love that they're like essentially space pirates that are like, you can't control me and I'm gonna show you how weak you are.
Right? I'm gonna invade every planet you have.
I love it. I am here for it. Like,
it's
I love
fun.
the Nile.
I love, oh my gosh, yeah, they're such a good enemy. I really like the breaking out from like the traditional Star Wars stories.
Kevin wants a Drengar costume, and we talked about this.
I know, you told me, and I'm in.
And running around at conventions screaming meat at people.
I'm so in.
I think it would be fun.
I do too.
it is this big magical zoo with all these creatures, large and small. Even like Elder Man makes a comment at one point while he's walking through, and he's like, "I can't believe some of these animals are in here. Like, they're so dangerous."
Oh, okay. Like dinosaurs.
Super dangerous. And then, so let's start off with the first animal creature that we are introduced to, and that is a. I'm gonna mess this one up.
That's okay. I'll help.
It is a night barb. Yes, that's the legit name.
Barb.
It's a night barb. It's a
Not
bird.
mess that up at all.
It's a
Night
bird.
barb.
It is just a
Barb.
tiny. Well, no,
Barb.
that Barbara Ann song. But okay, so it's just a tiny creature that makes chirping noises to serenade one another. So I think it's like a bird.
Yeah, it sounds like a bird.
Someone got a crazy idea for the zoo. They got funding approved.
Nice.
I really feel like with this zoo, talking about the Kevin's comment that they just randomly got funding and they got approved. I think of this zoo as like an exotic zoo on this, like, because this is where they're having this big Republic fair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This big grand thing. So I think of this planet having these like grand, over the top.
Oh, I bet I'm getting close to it then, because I know, like they're discussing the Republic Fair, and I can't remember who it is, but somebody's really mad that they're having the fair, and they're like, "This is a really stupid idea. This is dangerous. This needs to be canceled." That's where I'm at.
Kevin, she doesn't know what they're in for. They don't know what
No,
they're in
that's
for.
where I'm at. That's all I know. But I will finish it.
But so we have those little barbs. I know. And then we got mudhorns in this zoo
Oh
as
my
well.
god, I love the mudhorns.
So they
Go to the zoo. I only know 2 animals that are in it, and I want to go.
so the mudhorn, kind of like a rhino.
Yeah, we have a
It's
picture of.
woolly. Its eggs are even woolly. That was like one of the main features of this like animal. This creature is its eggs are woolly, just like the mudhorn. Oh, Suga!
Suga. This is the mudhorn egg. I bought it for myself for my birthday a couple years ago.
They can be aggressive and very strong, so very much like a rhino. In this book, though, like it crashes into like a wall and knocks over people. And it gets like Jurassic Park.
That's amazing.
Also, this isn't the first time like mudhorns have been introduced in the Star Wars universe before this. We obviously saw them in The Mandalorian. When we first see Grogu, I believe, use his powers.
Yeah, it is. It's to help protect Din.
And then the Jawas go after the eggs because the eggs are a precious delicacy for the Jawas.
They like to nom 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 them.
Nom 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 is very true.
Nom 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 nom.
And so we got the mudhorn. But that's number 2 of our.
I didn't see a picture. Did you have the picture?
I did not.
Other one? Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
Because they didn't really talk about the barbs very much. They just kind of briefly talked about when Elzar walks into the zoo, he hears the chirping of these creatures, and it just kind of the serenading.
Yeah,
kind of just hit him.
The ambience and the
and he
environment
goes into the zoo to kind of decompress at a point. I don't think that's very much of a spoiler.
Yeah,
to walk through a zoo,
right?
It's something a person would do.
I just went to the zoo last weekend.
I went to the zoo 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Our next one is going to be the sandvols.
What are they?
Sandvols.
Sandvols. These guys. Okay.
So, these are reptilian dragons and are the apex predator of their home environment. They have a set of 4 wings, muscular shoulders, long tails, and long claws.
Wow. Right. Dragons.
They're dragons. Dragons.
Space dragons.
In space.
am immediately enamored.
And they have long facial features, the forked tongue, and the smell of soil and swamp.
I love them. Love them. They're space dragons.
As soon as they described this creature in the book, I was like, that's going to be Rexy's favorite.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Hands down. I don't care what else you have to give me.
Every time I read stuff, I'm like, oh, Rexy's going to like that one. Rexy's going to like that one.
And you're always right. This thing is amazing.
They fly and soar through the air like they're moving through water. So they just like glide as they're flying. Yeah. Making soft hooting noises, thunderous growls, and loud roars.
There we go. Now you know exactly what.
So I did have in my timelines book, because I got the reference, and if you guys have not got the timelines book, this thing is great because it literally goes through the High Republic to post. Oh nope,
Very
that's
cool.
the wrong creature.
Okay, not looking. One that we're gonna get to.
Denise jumped the gun on that one.
Okay, I didn't see anything, so we're good.
But they are rarely seen outside of their environment, except in a zoo. So seeing it in the zoo is not normal. Like most zoos,
they have a dragon in a zoo.
Most zoos do not have these creatures. Like, how would you you need to have like a large like aviation dome,
right?
Aviation? No.
Avian.
Avian.
Yeah.
You need to have like a large.
It'd have to be as big as like a country or something, right? Because it's a dragon.
Do you remember? Like I said, do you remember Jurassic World?
Yeah.
And how they had the pterodactyls in the Well, even the third Jurassic Park, the bad one.
They're all still dinosaurs, though, so I still love them.
But they have to have something that large. Like it would have to be towering, right? Because they have to be able
how
to
big did
fly.
Did it say how big they are?
Kevin, do you remember how long these dragons are? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's not one of these dragons in this zoo, but two.
Whoa.
They're siblings.
Oh my gosh.
They're siblings, and 60 meters long, I believe.
That's massive.
It is.
That's amazing.
Two of them flying around.
Just flying around the zoo.
Could you imagine walking in and seeing these creatures just flying 60 meters? Yep.
60 meters. That's amazing. I love them.
You're gonna love them even more in the book. They're like, but I couldn't even begin to think of it. So it's like, think of like the whales in the ocean being in the sky, like that length. Like and I believe they were created too for this book. This is their first appearance.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
It had coinciding appearance in The Rising Storm and Race to Crash Point Tower.
Okay.
Did you read that one yet?
Does that come after this one?
It's the kids' book.
Okay.
And so the dragons are amazing.
I agree.
And I also want to say they're in a couple of comics.
Okay.
Comics. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I had no idea. No idea. And I'm very excited that there are now dragons.
Yes. And so we're going to go to our fourth dragon that is in this zoo. Not dragon. Our fourth creature in the zoo.
I keep smacking the microphone.
You goofball. And these are going to be, you can say that name.
Frog size?
Yeah.
I think.
Frog size.
Frog size.
It is this one. So these are carnivore native to Onderon, which is actually a planet that's been in the Clone Wars. I don't know much about the planet.
I don't remember.
But it's been featured in several Clone War episodes, so that's not new to anything.
Okay.
They are the apex predator in their territory.
Oh, okay.
But that kind of makes sense because look at them.
Dang.
So
they're like hydras.
They stand on 6 large clawed legs. So they got 6 legs running around.
Okay.
They have 3 heads with long necks
Okay.
and large mouths with garnished teeth and long spiny tails.
And a billion tongues, apparently.
Yeah, there's like it, one of those things you guys need to watch the YouTube video to see what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're just listening, hop over to YouTube.
So they are capable of breathing toxic gases,
Okay.
possessed in a still ranked odor in their mouth. So they like release.
Okay.
Who puts these things in a zoo?
Right?
Like,
This sounds really dangerous.
like I said, Jurassic Park and Star Wars with this zoo. It is just a recipe for disaster. Literally. A recipe
People
for
get eaten, right? Like, things definitely get eaten.
Yes,
Definitely.
So they even Elzar Man when going in there, this is the one where he made the comment like, I can't believe they have this in there. Like,
Okay.
why would you put this creature in captivity? It does not make sense. Like, they're supposed to be free and in their environment. Like, they hunt things, they eat things. Why do we want to put people just kind of standing
Just right
around
there, waiting to be
staring at these
snacks, I guess.
Yeah. So that's where I said it made me think of Jurassic Park. He even tried to calm
Jurassic Park Wars.
Yes.
I like it.
Oh my gosh. You need to have like that creature with Star Wars.
Oh,
like,
that would be
the
really-
entranceway, like Jurassic Park.
Yep. But like
Has
a
the creature-
dragon.
Yeah. But there's even one point where Elzar Man tries to calm this creature, like use the force to calm it.
Mhm.
But he views Elzar as a threat, and he can't even like calm this animal.
Oh dang. Okay.
And that's like one of the things with Elzar is he has kind of that connection
A
with
little
nature,
bit of like the Beastmastery type
Yeah.
of
and
okay.
he could not calm this one.
Angry.
He was able to with dragons.
And that was this frog site.
Yeah, the one with the 3
Yeah.
heads.
Yeah.
And you're such a goof. But like, who approved this?
No kidding.
I can see
Who gave
mudhorns.
them money for it?
Mudhorns aren't that
It
bad.
kind of seems like having like a rhino,
I
right?
could see like
Or-
a Nextu or a Tauntaun or
Yeah.
a Rancor. I can see those
Dragons,
creatures.
Hydra-looking spiny mouth things.
Oh yeah, there's a hound in the book too. I didn't.
The Charhound.
Yes, is that what you're referring to, Kevin?
I meant the Charhound that Belle has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stays throughout the series.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I really like her.
Yeah.
Her name's Ember.
Yes, she was really sweet and such a great like, almost therapy dog.
Yeah,
In,
okay.
In essence,
I get
for
that.
Belle.
Yeah.
You will understand more why as you progress into the book.
Okay.
For it. They're in for it.
I'll keep you posted.
If let loose, it will attack. No problem. Has no problem eating people.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
It is literally a creature of chaos.
Let's put it in a zoo.
Because I don't know, we can tame wild animals.
A great idea.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know who approved this. I don't know who gave
It-
them money. Because, like, how expensive did this have to be? How much money did they have to get from somebody? And who was
obviously,
dumb enough to be like, sure.
I think this planet has a lot of wealth because it is literally being used to hold this grand fair for the entire Republic to host Unity.
That's true.
Like, it's not being held on Coruscant.
It's like the World's Fair is kind
Yes.
of what I'm getting the vibe from.
And so they're not going to pick some, like, middle
Yeah.
level, like, planet. They're obviously going to go somewhere that...
They want the best morale boost they can get.
Well, and they also want to have a place that's going to bring in the higher clientele, higher... They want to bring in money.
Yeah.
Because it's also like a
You want, like,
fundraiser.
wealthy patrons to be showing up to spend their money with you.
And so we're gonna go to this planet, and we're gonna have these grand things, and like.
Do we have a picture of this planet?
We can look it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'll look it up, and then I'll put one right there.
It's kind of like an earthy, like it's like kind of like an earthy, like looking planet. They have floating islands and
that's
water.
Amazing.
The floating islands.
We'll look up some pictures. And
aren't necessarily stable. Dude, like this. Okay, we keep referencing The Rising Storm, and it is probably my favorite book in the High Republic phase book.
Okay.
Easily favorite book.
So far, I have not, like I say, I can't put it down. I'm obviously not reading it right now, but like, that's all I wanted to do today. Once I finally had time to sit down and read, but it's like, okay, I have time to read a chapter, and then I have to run off and do this thing. Okay, I've got a minute. Let me sit down and read another chapter.
Yeah, it is my favorite book in the whole series. Phase 1. Okay, but so because we saw this zoo in The Rising Storm, I was like, are any other zoos mentioned in Star Wars?
Yeah.
There are.
Okay.
We got
in this book too?
No, not in this book.
Okay.
But in all of Star Wars, there are 3 other zoos.
Oh wow. Okay.
That I could find.
Of course, so have one.
It did not mention. Of all the planets, I could see Coruscant having one, but it has not. Naboo probably has one.
Naboo would make sense with all the arts and.
But
I'm thinking like the gambling planet. What?
Oh,
because that would make sense too.
The one from the Lost Jedi, right?
Yeah. I can't remember.
I can't remember the name of the planet. Oh my gosh. Canto.
Thank you.
Blight.
Canto Blight.
There we go.
We got there.
Canto Blight.
I could see that place having a zoo.
Especially because they also have racing there too. Mm-hmm. But the only like official zoos mentioned in like Star Wars canon lore is obviously the one on Valo. But then there's also a zoo on the Sonari Island of Chenrilia. Serene Island on Chenrilia. So, do you know what planet Chenrilia is? Chenrilla.
I've heard of it, but I can't think of.
Mon Mothra is from.
Okay.
Mon Mothra.
Mothra. Okay, I really want to see that mashup. Cheese. Whenever you hear this, could you just sketch up like what Mon Mothra would look like?
Like that would be so great.
Mon Mothra. So definitely would be white, right? Like,
yeah.
The moth would be white.
Yeah. Needs to have like the red hair.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Some gold and blue accents.
Yeah.
To represent the colors. I think Alderaan would also have
that
a
would
zoo.
make sense. Yep.
I could see them having a zoo as well.
Mm-hmm.
But so they had Pangorians, Caw-Kras, and Eurosongs. None of these animals had pictures for them.
Okay.
They were literally like a one sentence in a comic.
Oh, I see. Okay.
In Star Wars. And they're more like sea-based type animals, so beachy.
Yeah. Okay.
Type animals, which would make sense since it's on the island and
the water, so water creatures, right?
Was literally like one sentence in a comic.
Okay.
Then there's Capital City Zoo.
Capital City. Where's Capital City?
Capital City is Lothal.
Oh, okay.
So there we see one briefly that Ezra visits in Rebels. They mentioned that Ezra visits the zoo.
Okay.
I don't recall seeing it, but I also have not watched Rebels in a while.
Yeah, me either.
And it makes me wonder if it was like one of the children's book, junior novels that maybe
just like a quick reference.
Lion people had a zoo. Lion people? What?
Who are the lion people?
I don't know. So you ready for this last zoo?
Yeah.
Guess who had a personal zoo? In all of
Thrawn. For research.
No. But right era. Right decide. It is a bad guy.
Target.
No. Think higher level. Higher level.
Vader.
Even higher.
Kelpie. Kelpie had a personal zoo.
Yeah. Poor Pelpy had a personal
Alrighty.
zoo.
I was not expecting that. It does not seem like character at all.
Very surprised when I saw this, and I was like, "What?" He had a personal zoo that had rare and exotic animals like the Aragora. Do I have a picture of that one?
Aragora? It looks like Aragora.
Aragora.
Let's see. Yeah, we do.
So, like a bird.
Bird.
Actually, it's kind of like maybe like a griffin type? I don't know.
Yeah, here, let me get it on
Maybe
the
like
screen.
Maybe like a griffin. Lost cats for everyone. They were testing purposes. Actually, there were Tukas in Emperor Palpatine's personal zoo, so you are not
Poor
wrong.
little Tukas.
He
looks like what the frick is the name of the bird from the Little Mermaid?
Scully?
Scully? Is that his name? He looks like Scully, but if he like morphed with a griffin. Yeah.
That's an interesting way. All right. So he had that. He also had an Acule.
I know we have a picture of one of those, right?
Yes, which we've also seen in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I think the Acules are pretty cool.
In the fighting arena on Geonosis. So that one I could definitely see our good friend Palpatine having one of those in his personal.
Oh, definitely.
In his personal zoo.
That totally makes sense.
He also had a Mordon.
Mordon. Oh, I think.
Yes. So this one is kind of like I want to say like cat-like type creature.
Yeah.
So we're seeing this kind of trend of more fierce creatures. Oh, made me think of a puma.
Puma, yeah. That would make
sense. Especially
sense.
the photo that we found looks like a puma.
Wait, I'm at Denise now. I had no hand in this.
No,
I'm just along for the ride. I'm just learning about creatures. Yeah, it looks like it's like Battle Cat a little bit from Thundercat.
Yeah. And then he also had Dianogas and what if, because we know the Dianogas.
Do we know anything else about these guys?
No, it was literally like 3 sentences.
Okay.
And
we all know what the Dianogas are, but we do have a picture of those too.
But I wonder if like Kevin on the chat online was saying that testing purposes. So we all know that Palpatine. So he had this personal zoo in 3 years of BBY, so before the Battle of Yavin.
Okay. We
know that Palpatine has been crazy about Project Necromancer.
Yep.
So what if the Dianoga, because we do know it is a force-sensitive creature, what if they were testing these guys? I hate the idea of saying like testing on creatures in Star Wars.
But that would make sense, and if anybody's doing it, it's the dark
Palpatine,
side, right?
And so it would make sense because they also have that connection, like where they can talk to each other. They are of the Force.
And if they're working on trying to, figure out how to also transplant the Force into
they could be trying to
non-organic.
Be splicing it with other like creatures, right? Other DNA, like Jurassic Park.
Or even just trying to like make more like scarier weapons, scarier creatures to use as weapons.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Like the Drangar are not creatures; they're more of a sentient.
Yeah,
creature.
They're scary.
They are very scary. But there is an upside to this story.
Oh, okay.
They actually were all
really good, by the way.
But there is an upside to Kelpie's personal zoo. The animals actually all got released by Hondo.
Oh, yeah, Hondo!
Hondo came in clutch.
No, Hondo.
And freed all of the.
How did he do that? Did it give you a story?
I should have wrote it down. I don't remember.
That's
but
rad.
he freed all of Palpatine's
I love it.
They were on a cargo ship being transported, and Hondo like somehow, I think he might have been doing a job or something,
Oh, okay.
but he really saw them.
That's fantastic.
So you got to think about this. Hondo, we know him in Clone Wars. He's in Rebels too. So that makes sense. Sometime during the show Rebels. Yeah, because they also talk about him working with Spectre. To
refresh my memory.
Spectre, the Rebels. Team Spectre 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're looking up for the story, type in the list.
I was just trying to pull up a picture of Hondo.
Oh, I love Hondo.
Me too.
He's so great. But yeah, it was with them. They are with our rebel friends that he freed the animals.
Nice.
From Palpatine.
That makes me really happy. I love it.
He is our favorite good-hearted pirate in Star Wars. Like, absolutely adore him. I love that the Falcon Ride in Star Wars features Hondo. We also used Hondo to inspire kind of like our characters from when we played our RPG.
Yep.
We wanted to be space pirates.
I can't find the Hondo picture.
Which I actually might be doing a Star Wars D&D campaign in a few months with Jessica over at Tales of the Force.
Oh,
I was on
that was super fun.
Yeah, I was on her show last month, I think it was, and she's working on a campaign with a few other people.
That's rad. That'll be fun.
To do Star Wars, nice. And I think I might bring Kyla over and kind of adapt her to the D&D side.
Yeah.
Because I really like the character.
That sounds fun.
Would you be Bard? Like a bard?
Bard. With all of her like gift of gab and stuff, like maybe. But
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But would you like a fun fact for tonight?
100% I would.
Okay, so we talked about Zeus. The next logical step would be to have an animal refugee.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is one.
Okay.
It is called Wild Wolina's Animal Adventure.
Wild Wolina's Animal Adventures.
Yes.
That's amazing.
It was owned by a... Here's the name of it. Wild Wolina Animal Adventure. So this takes place during the High Republic era. This woman actually, Petroleum Wolina is, there's from the comic. I just touched your screen. Sorry.
I know. Half the time I think this one is touchscreen because my last computer was. And I feel like an idiot because it's obviously not.
So Petroleum and Shanty, a bounty hunter, are the ones that built this zoo. So I have shared with you Shanty. She is introduced in the third Young Reader's book in the High Republic. She's the one that had the rainbow mohawk that I sent you a picture of.
Yeah, I've seen the picture.
Yeah,
but I haven't gotten to that.
She is a bounty hunter, and she's the one that helps build this refugee.
Okay.
Which is another character I think you're gonna like.
I love her picture. I love her outfit and her hair and her vibe. So will I find that in the next book that I read? Is that the next one after Rising?
No, it's like number 7.
Okay.
They get a little ways to go till you meet her. Okay. So they built the zoo. Some of the animals on display were fishes, ice skaters, mastiffs, a Nexu, bubble shark.
Bubble shark?
Yeah. Pontu sirens. No. A tauntaun. A rancor named Nussi. Nussi.
Nussi.
Yes. And the Hagrasite. Yeah, they had one of those in there also. Mind control. Yes, diagnosed as mind control.
Oh yeah.
But this wild refugee was only featured in one comic, and it's Thonosaurus #3, like the third comic
Okay.
series.
So it gets like one little blurb and just like,
And
hey,
so
we
it's
have
like
this. You're never gonna hear about
Well,
it.
they actually have like part of their adventure in there, so it's like a couple of pages
that's cool.
featured in there. So
Okay.
that's why there's like more information
Yeah.
on this one compared to the other one. But I like the fact that they did have this featured, and there are people out there that are trying to save these
Yeah.
creatures and maybe rehabilitate them, give them a good place to live, not just have them out there on display. Like,
Right.
don't get me wrong, I love zoos.
Yeah.
Zoos actually do a lot for animal research and keeping
Keeping knowledge about the species, you know, like advancing knowledge about different species and how to care for them, how to care for their natural environments. You know, like, they
and
do a lot of good.
help prevent extinction. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but I like that they have this wild animal like part. Have you ever
That's
been to San
really
Diego?
cool. Oh my gosh, I was just gonna ask you if you'd ever been to San Diego.
They have
That
a
is
zoo.
my favorite.
There was a zoo and there was the
Mhm.
wild animal park. We, as a family growing up, would always go to the wild animal park over the zoo.
Yeah.
And we like to take the tram around and you can see everything. Now they got like a zip line that you can ride over like the savannah.
That's
at the,
amazing.
Like wild animal park.
That is
And I'm just like,
amazing. I want to do it. We should take a dual trip out there sometime and go. That'd be so much fun.
We're going to California this summer, but we're only got like 3 full days out there.
Are you going like this weekend?
No, we're going no.
I thought that you told me and Dana you had decided to drive out to California this weekend.
Oh, I said over the weekend we decided that we're going to drive out to California this summer.
Oh, I literally thought you were like leaving on Friday and driving to California.
No.
Okay.
No, we're going to Dallas though in like 2 weeks.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, we got this summer Dallas, California, and Oklahoma City. So
Right. Okay.
each month we've got something planned. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that the zoos were really cool, which I totally forgot. I wanted.
didn't know. I'm so excited to know that there are zoos and wildlife sanctuaries and refuges.
There's another picture.
Oh man, those are scary. Those
Mhm.
Hydra things.
I wonder if I can
Frog
show
snake.
this without.
Do you best.
Everything over. There we go.
Those things are scary.
Like, oh my gosh, could you imagine like going up against it? And
No, I cannot.
oh, that must be the scene at the. Oh. I know what scene that's from.
I don't.
I do.
Apparently, I'm not supposed to yet. So, spoilers, I'm guessing.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Spoilers.
okay.
I know what it is. In a zoo. I know it's in a zoo. I can't believe they would have those in a zoo.
They're so scary. It's exactly like what you said, like Jurassic Park. It's Jurassic Jurassic
You
Park.
know. Even if there was a Jurassic Park today, I would still go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like I would go to the zoo on Wallow.
Yeah, definitely.
At least I would die happy.
Right, you get eaten, but still, like, you know, it's been there a long time. You figure they've probably figured out ways to keep most people from getting eaten. I would totally go.
Have like top of the line technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Keep some of those dragons.
you know, but
Freaking
also,
dragons.
so we know here at this point, like, there's Jedi temples on every single planet.
Yeah.
And especially planets that are already part of the Republic. The ones that are not in the Republic yet don't have those temples. But what if the Jedi are there and they use the Jedi to help calm the animals? So when they're seeing them restless, they go in.
Yeah,
and
just kind of the ones that have
meditate,
that connection, the animal connection.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
that would make sense.
It would probably make the transition and stuff a lot easier for the animals too.
There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on in those Jedi temples.
I'm so into this. I'm glad that I am on this ride. I'm just
The Jedi,
trying to catch up.
I know I say this time and time and again. The Jedi in the High Republic are completely different than the Jedi in like the Skywalker era,
Mm-hmm.
the prequels. Like,
The more I get into it, the more I definitely see that. Like, they're so much more hopeful. They're so much more peaceful.
but they're
There's
also
so much more understanding. I think
there
of
is so
human
many
elements.
more outlets for them to be able to go to a place and openly talk to people for the most part.
Mhm.
They're like mentors and be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm struggling with this. They also, I don't know if we got to this part yet, it's not really a spoiler. They talk about like Padawans and teenagers like going through urges.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it happens.
Right?
Whatever.
You're kids. Yeah, you figure it
they
out. It's done by the time you're an
if
adult.
they become too attached, they'll just go on separate missions on the other side of the galaxy. And that's like how they handled it. But they're all just like, just brush that under the rug.
Yeah. I had just gotten to like there's been a couple of little mentions about like no attachments is different. It's got a different meaning than what it seems to have now.
Yeah.
You know, they were very open to the idea of like, yeah, we want you to love each other and love your fellow people and care about them, you know, but it can't be an attachment that overrides everything else. That's all. Well, yep, that's about time. It was 40 minutes.
But yeah, I loved it. I can't wait for you to finish reading Rising Storm.
I'm excited. If you guys are reading High Republic, pop into our Discord and talk about it with us. We have it is spoilers allowed, so be aware if you pop into the High Republic chat, there may be spoilers.
Oh good lord, before they get stuffy. Yeah, dude, these Jedi.
Yeah, stuffy. Yep. I like them a lot more, and I'm excited to learn more about them.
Like I said, I love Elzar, man. Oh, I'm not gonna make any more comments there.
I'll get there.
So we hope you guys enjoyed talking about like the zoos in Star Wars and different creatures, and then our little rant about the Jedi.
Yeah.
The Jedi in the High Republic.
Let us know. You know what? Would you guys go to the zoo? Would you guys go to the zoo in Valo? And would you go to Jurassic Park? Would you go to Jurassic Park Space? What did we call that? Jurassic Space Wars?
No, Jurassic Park Wars?
Jurassic Park Wars?
Is that,
what did we name Wars?
I think it's Jurassic Park Wars. It's somewhere in the comments. Oh, good lord. I was like all the way up at the top. Too,
whatever it was fantastic.
It was Kevin. I think it was
Jurassic Park Wars. Yep.
I'm telling you, we need it with the like dragon or even the tigress.
Frog sight. Yeah. All right. I think that might make a good second quarter gift for our Patreons.
Yes.
Maybe. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug that. If you are new here and you have not been hanging out with us long enough to know, we do have a Patreon. You can join it for as low as $3, and that gets you access to our Discord, some behind-the-scenes stuff. You get a special Women of Star Wars episode every month as a bonus. You get access to us, like more of our behind-the-scenes, more of our planning and building and things like that.
Yeah.
Stickers, gifts go out. Yeah.
So Kevin, you already are joined.
Where do I join? In our link tree. So thank you, Kevin. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So if you go to our link tree, you can find every single bit of our social media presence. Yep.
And that is going to be on all our social medias at Travelin' Bantha, TRAVELIN.
Banthas. Yep. Banthas.
Another underrated creature in Star Wars.
We love our banthas.
So that said, from our galaxy to yours,
may the voice be with you.
Always. Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter. Original logo designed by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music is provided by the Galactic Empire.
You can find us on all streaming platforms at Travelin' Bantha.
And join our Discord for fun-filled galaxy chats.
You can also sign up for our Patreon starting at just $3. You get exclusive episodes, merch, behind the scenes, and more.
And a special thanks to all our Jedi Knight members and higher. We have Rooney, Michael Beavers, Mark Collier, and James Peak. From our galaxy to yours,
may the force be with you.
Always.